Hello, everyone. It's a new week, and that means I can start a new week of duels. Now, if you've been following the channel so far, you know that I played really well in duels last week. I was sitting in third place yesterday. Looked like I was about to be promoted into the Master 2 division. So let's go ahead and check it out and see if I actually did get promoted. It looks like I did. Awesome. Okay, so we are back. We are back in Master 2. I did end up finishing third place overall in that division. Very happy with my performance. I had a 10-game win streak at one point. But I was seeing the map well. I was playing well, and I'm happy to be back in Master 2. So last time I played in Master 2, I did end up getting beat up. I ended up losing a lot of games, and I fell out. I was back into gold 1. So I think this time around I might be a little bit more prepared, but something differently that I'm going to do is I'm going to play on the moving setting, and I'm going to give this one a shot for a few games and see if it's any better for me. So let's get into it. Okay, got an opponent here, good looking opponent. Wave for good luck, and let's see how this goes with the moving setting. So there's more information down this way. Definitely getting like an East Europe feel from this. Yeah, there's the Cyrillics. I do see this long antenna. Maybe I should have checked on that earlier. I think this might be Ukraine. Maybe the car is red. Maybe if I do another... yeah, I can't really tell. I don't have much time. I do see this long antenna. That's usually a good indicator it's Ukraine. Let's see if it pays off. The other person goes in Russia, and it was further north into Russia. So that's going to do some damage to me. Does appear to be maybe like an octagonal pole. This could be a Mexico round. Plop the pin here in Mexico. Other player goes in Ecuador. It was Puerto Rico. Okay, so I didn't have too much time to look at that one, but it's going to do some damage to me nonetheless. Is this Vietnam? Think, yeah, I think this is the new Vietnam coverage. Even is Vietnam. Here it is. I guess I'll just go in the middle here. I've never had to guess Vietnam before, but I do think it is the new coverage. Okay, it's up near Hanoi, so that's going to do a little bit of damage. Okay, we are in Canada. I mean, looking around, I don't really think I need to drive around too much. See if I can get any indication from the sign up here. I do think I'm in like, I do think I'm in this part of the country. Maybe like Winnipeg. I'm gonna place the pin here. Other player also goes in Winnipeg, or I always call this Winnipeg. It's Manitoba. And was a little bit closer. Okay. See a yellow license plate. I do see that. I think this is Colombia. Ought to be Colombia. Yeah, okay. I'm going to place the pin down here near Bogota. Other player does the same. It's pretty much spot on. Okay, so now we're into the multipliers. Sun is straight north. Okay, what do we got here? It looks like we are driving on the left. Well, I guess I definitely got to go South Africa here. The other player does the same. It's just a bit further north. I am slightly closer. Okay, doing a chunk of damage there. We need to be perfect now that we're getting into these huge multiples. Does look kind of like small font. I think that's a Spanish style pole with the stop sign with the small font on it. Need to get a good guess here regionally. It's going to be difficult for me to do. I am going to go into the eastern part here. I do know it's very mountainous over this way. Other player also goes in Spain, and it was in the northern part of the country. Okay, doing a little bit of damage. We are chipping away ever so slightly. Okay, got a divided highway. On the right. Drive down the road here a little bit. The sun is in the south. Well, not too sure where I am. I'm going to go in Mexico here. Do I have time to get that off? I think I did. The other player goes in South Africa, and it was in Mexico. It looks like I drove down the right side of the road there. Was able to pick up a little bit of Spanish at the very last second. I'm able to pull out a victory by the skin of my teeth. So very good. Okay, that was a pretty good opponent there. Was able to get my first victory in the Master 2 division after a week of playing in Gold 1. Feeling all right about it. I do think that the the moving setting is going to be my go-to, at least for the first few games in this division. But that was fun. Feels good to be back. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and play another game here. See if I can keep the win streak going. Okay, so I got another good-looking player here. Wave for good luck. Edinburgh. Okay, well, feel like that can only be one place then, right? I mean, I don't see the I don't see the license plates, but Edinburgh sounds good enough to me. That's gonna kill me, I think. Yeah, okay. I think we both got faked out on that. I knew that it wasn't. Didn't really have any time to really guess there. That could have killed me, though. I mean, really. All right, where are we here? I'm going to drive down this way. It's not helpful. Oop, let's drive down the road a little bit. Thinking landscape-wise, this could be like Spain. Do they use the like these poles right here? I think are like Spanish. I get a sense of what these. I I think I do see a De Casa, right? Okay, so I do think this is Spain. Kind of flat. I guess here. I'm not sure. Other player also goes in Spain. I'm slightly closer. Indo or Malaysia, I would think, with a language like that. See if I can get some more information. License plate, perhaps. I think it does look black and white. Yeah, I do think this is going to be down. It's by the coast to the north. I'm going to go over here because it could be Malaysia even with the license plate, but I'm going to go ahead and plonk it. Other player also goes in Indonesia, and looks like it was doing a little bit of damage. Okay, these walls kind of remind me of Japan. It appears to be Japanese. Another lovely guess of where. I'm still trying to learn Japan a little bit. I think there's a particular meta with the poles. I think they have like regional variations to how they have the lines around their poles. Not seeing anything that would be particularly helpful to me. Okay, well, I tried. Can't say I didn't try. I'm just going to plonk it kind of towards the center here. Other player goes much further south and kind of split the difference on it. A little bit of damage. No idea where that is. Do you see a yellow license plate? Spanish speaking, very desert. Can't really tell on the sun. Oh, okay. That should be the dead giveaway right there. That appears to be a Peruvian pole. Don't know where to go here, though. Coca Chakra. I mean, if I can zoom in very quickly and find that place, then... Also don't want to give too much time to the opponent to find the same if they know where they are. Kind of looks dry and it kind of looks green at the same time with some mountains to the east. Yeah, maybe over this way a little bit. Yeah, I think that's probably the best I'll do. Other player goes further south and yeah, was pretty much spot on. Okay, so that's going to do a bunch of damage to me, take half of my health. Wouldn't have expected it to be that far south. We got a potential car meta here that I've never seen before. I've actually never seen a yellow car before. Let's see if I can get a sense on this sign. Is this like Bhutan? Yeah. I'm not sure on that flag. Go Bhutan here. Another player goes, I think, in the north of India. Close enough. Both very good guesses there. I'm able to do a little bit of damage. Okay, unfamiliar with that language. I think this ought to be Thailand, though. I've seen these lines there. Yeah, and these ballers, I think this is, I've seen this in like all over Thailand. I'm going to go in the northern part of the country here. The other player does the same, and it was much further south. Okay, doing some damage. Okay, yellow license plates. Yeah, lots of yellow license plates. Some apparently in the north. I do believe this is going to be Colombia. Maybe down this way if the sun actually is in the north. It does appear to be shining from there. I feel like I'm going to hedge this one on the border of Ecuador as well. I know they have the yellow license plates and such, but I just, this pole right here is kind of throwing me off. I'm not sure if that's a... I'm going to go ahead and place the pin, though. The other player goes further north, and yeah, it was a much better guess. Is that enough to kick me out of the game? Almost. Probably should have hedged that one. I felt like the sun was more north. Good guess, though, overall. Okay. Okay, so we are in France. Looked French to me. Can't really guess. I'm going to go, again, in the middle. Let's see if this kicks me out. The other player goes further south, and it was further south. Okay, that's going to kick me out. Good game. Yeah, it's kicking me down a notch. Pretty much from back to 818, where I think was where I started. One thing I will say is the opponents that you play in this division are way better than Gold One. I mean, they're really impressive players, and the games are very difficult to win. I'm not going to get discouraged though this time. I think last time I was a little bit overwhelmed with the skill level that I was going against, and felt like I was more or less unprepared. This time I feel a little bit more comfortable playing. I'm going to do another game here on the moving setting. Okay, you got a good looking player. We're going to wait for good luck. We got this big pole here. Potentially Hungary. What's isn't that the Czech word? Was it Hungarian? Yeah. It's Hungarian. I'm going to go in Hungary here. The other player goes, and where was that? Slovenia. Okay. Able to do some damage to start the game. appears to be maybe more north. The sun's definitely north. Thought I saw some writing. I'm thinking this is like Brazil. How's this pole? Yeah, okay. That definitely looks Brazilian to me. Some mountain coverage here. I don't know where we'd find that. I think it gets hilly down this way. Okay, it was further south on the coast there, so doing some damage to me. The sun is in the north. I think, is that an Ecuador thing this time? I don't think so. The sun is definitely in the north. Looks more like Argentina or something to me, though. Blue car, which I think can be found in Argentina as well. Yeah, I gotta go down here. Place the pin. Other player goes in Mexico, and it was in Argentina. I was pretty much spot on with the guess. Doing a bunch of damage there. It appears as though we are driving on the right. Let's see if I can see some language here. One Blood Street. This is probably the Philippines. Sorry store. Whoa. So I see some stuff that says sorry. I'm gonna go like the Philippines. Other player also goes the Philippines, and it was the Philippines. Okay, that is Spanish speaking. I think that was 8. Okay, so this puts us in Spain. At least it should. Potentially one of these northern, like up here, maybe not. Place the pin. Other player goes in Portugal, and it was Santander up here in the Basque Country. Very good guess. That's going to knock that player out of the game. So starting the Master 2 division pretty good here. I have been playing moving. I mean, I can tell it's helping me out just a little bit. But overall, not too bad. I played 3 games tonight. I won 2 of them. I'm feeling really good about that. I'm happy to be back at the Master 2. I'm happy to be playing at this higher level. And I just want to keep getting better and keep improving at this game, and eventually work my way up to get promoted into Master One. But for now, though, I'm going to shut it down, and I will be back tomorrow with more duels.